Hello, students. Now we'll start the entrepreneurship class, and our first unit is entrepreneurial opportunity. In this chapter, we will learn about the basic qualities of an entrepreneur, that what qualities he or she must possess. So, you all know that an entrepreneur is a person who is going to start a new business. So, is a actually person, and an enterprise is the outcome of this process. And today's topic is business opportunity. What is a business opportunity? So we have to actually research on a particular line or option of business which is available to us, and we can harness it. There may be possibility of more than one business idea or more than one business opportunity. Then we have to take all these opportunities simultaneously to figure out which one is best or which one is suitable for us for starting a business. So we have to compare. Suppose we can say we have three opportunities. First one is, we can take it indirectly also. Suppose we can have opportunity A, B, and C. There are three opportunities available. So, out of these three, which opportunity will be best? So, we have to compare these three opportunities in these points. The first point is assured market scope. If there is a good market scope for a particular product, then we can go for it. Like, we can name them. Product A is garment, product B is electronics, and product C is footwear. So we have to see the scope of these three opportunities available to us. If there is assured market, means if we produce the product, there will be a ready demand in the market, they will continuously sold out, there will be less closing stock, then we can go for it. So we have to compare all those items which are we planning for producing. If they are easily sold out, then we can say it has an assured market scope. The next point of comparison is ROI. ROI, return on investment. Return on investment may be different in different companies, and it is just a planning stage. Suppose there is 20% ROI in garments, 30% ROI in electronics, 40% ROI in footwear. So obviously we will go for footwear according to this point. ROI is simply return on investment. Suppose you invested rupees 100 for 1 year and you get the interest on it is 10%, means 10 rupees. So your ROI will be 10%. So how much we will get after investing in particular product is here, and we have to choose the best one. It is just an example, an entrepreneur will check it thoroughly that what is the actual ROI he will be getting in future in a particular product out of these products. Then he will select any one opportunity on the basis of ROI. Next point is practicability of the idea. Practicability here means feasibility also. So it must be practically possible for us to choose any one of the option from these. Suppose there is another point D, or here we can write, and D point is space research. Or space tours. We are having an option of organizing space tours. This type of companies are already running, but the hardware for this or the resources for this type of business are very costly and it is less feasible. The number of customers is also very less for such tours. So here the practicability of the idea, if we take these four options, this is not practical idea. Each and every person is interested in space tours but is not able to pay for it. So it means that we will get less customers or there is no market scope. If we don't have any market scope, then why we are opting for such business? We will go for the garment, electronics, footwear or any other business opportunity, but we will definitely not go for this opportunity. Next point is competence of entrepreneur. It is totally dependent on the entrepreneur that how much competent he or she is. So it is an individual aspect. If he is competent, he will certainly do good business, and if he is not competent, then business failures come to his future. So it is individual quality of a person, competence. Next is potential of future growth. Certain businesses which are stagnant has no future growth. Like we have opted for candle making or designer candle making, it does not have any future growth. It is limited to a number of customers. Any business which is dependent on technology has a future growth because technology is continuously changing and the consumer has to buy the products of the latest technology. So we have to also keep this in mind when we are assessing our business opportunity. So in business opportunity, out of these four, we will have to select any one best opportunity on the basis of these points. So I hope you have understood. Thank you, students.